All right, my friends, welcome to episode 231 of Prof and Dev Play Games. This is the podcast where the professor finally understands Animal Crossing. My name is Larry. I am at Prof Plays Games on Twitter. Over there is Anthony the Dev at SummerSpeak. What is up?
Not much. I mean, I've played Animal Crossing and I still don't fully understand Animal Crossing. I played a lot of Animal Crossing and don't understand Animal Crossing.
I guess what I mean is I understand the appeal.
There you go.
Finally. And we will get into that. Just want to say, in terms of The Witcher, I have watched episodes 1 through 7 finally. And then just passed out from baby daddy weekend. Wait, not baby daddy weekend. Daughter daddy weekend.
There you go.
I'm no one's baby daddy. And I fell asleep on the couch when the last one started to roll, and woke up and I was like, this is not the beginning.
No.
Not because I wasn't engaged, but because I was dead fucking tired, so. One more to go.
Yeah. And you got the fun twist with all the different timelines.
Oh man, yeah. I was like, okay, this is all coalescing, but I'm slightly confused about Yennefer's piece, and then as soon as I texted that to you, then the next scene made it a lot clearer what was happening.
Yeah.
So
there's that, and then where Geralt was this entire.
Oh man, that was so cool.
It was such a good choice.
So cool.
He was so close.
He's so close, man. Just Queen Calanthe, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, really well done. That the timeline thing paid off there.
It did.
It just took a while.
Yeah. And they said in the season 2 there's not going to be any timeline jumping. Yeah, they don't need to anymore. Like
right.
I think that's the largest complaint leveraged against the show is the timeline thing, because some people just do not get it at all, and it can be confusing. Mm-hmm. I tend to like it though, and I enjoyed that they made that choice because it was fun to figure out for me. I enjoyed not being spoon-fed that stuff.
It was much more helpful for me just to simply know there were timeline issues, and that made it easier for me, because then I could categorize Geralt. Okay, he's in the past for the most part, and everything else is happening on a different timeline. Okay, then I could start piecing it together.
You know that by third episode, really, third and fourth is when it's pretty apparent.
Yeah, but even before that, just to know ahead of time, what am I reading? Oh, I'm reading this. What's it called? The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. The first book in his Stormlight Archives, just epic trilogy or epic fantasy thing, and each book's 1,000 pages. And I started doing a reread where Tor.com does rereads of all the chapters, and I would read it after my chapter just to kind of really get what I missed, if there was anything that I missed. And then I started reading ahead, and I started reading ahead to other books, and then when things pop up in this book, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I get how that fits into everything, because I saw basically spoilers for it, and it actually helped me enjoy this story more. So I don't know. I've not really ever cared about spoilers, so
yeah. And then I've rewatched The Witcher now.
Oh yeah,
as well. I've watched the whole thing again, and it's very good on a second viewing completely.
Right, because the things make more sense to you with
a lot of things, and things you jump out at you, you're like, oh. Even from the first episode, there's hints to the timeline stuff in the first episode of just one-off little bits of dialogue here about characters and Sintra and stuff that you're like, oh, now that I know this is in the past, this all makes sense. I see how this all fits in. But it was an interesting way to do it because of how it was just they're trying to make a TV show about basically from a book of disjointed short stories.
2 books of disjointed
stories. Yeah, they're getting through both of the 2 short story books for the most part.
Right.
And that's where I'm just like, yeah, it's a pretty hard challenge to just be you want to stay true to that anthology kind of writing, but try to keep a through line plot going.
Well, it's interesting because the way that they do it in The Last Wish is it starts in current time or whatever with the Striga battle, which is I think episode 1, and then he's hurt, and then he's being mended at this whatever somewhere, and then as he's becoming lucid, he's meeting with different people who are asking about his earlier adventures or reminiscing or whatever. So then he's telling the story as a flashback basically.
Yeah,
and the through line is he
Yeah,
comes to an end, right, where he's fighting some knight was upset at Geralt about something or whatever. But there's that through line that makes it make sense. Okay, we're telling stories about the past throughout, except for the bookend stories. And they obviously went a different direction with the series, which is fine. Yeah,
they didn't want it as much of Geralt's perspective. I knew that.
Yeah.
Like, the showrunner had actually talked to, she originally, like, the original drafts that I think she said her husband didn't like either. But she was like, wanted to try it, was the entire perspective was from Ciri's.
Oh.
Like, and Geralt's a main character, but much more of a supporting character. Where actually I think you were following Ciri and Yin a lot more, and Geralt was coming in and out of their stories, as opposed to being the main character through line.
That would be interesting to see, but that would be hard to pull off in a series called The Witcher.
Exactly, and she's like, yeah, it didn't work, but it was a fun thing to try at the beginning.
Right. I mean, give me a fucking Witcher game that's just Ciri, I'll be happy.
Yeah, pretty much. When they do Witcher 4, it probably won't be Ciri. My thought is the next Witcher they actually do, you'll just create your own Witcher.
Oh. Yeah, because there's more than one Witcher, obviously.
Yeah, I think they'll just have something about you creating your own, and not... So they don't have to feel like they have to continue Geralt's storyline or any of that stuff that they have closed. They can tell an all-new story.
I wonder if they regret that.
I don't know.
Being such finality to it, but whatever.
Maybe, but maybe it's good for them. Maybe they don't, because it pushes them to do something else.
Yeah, which is cool. And if you like Witcher 3, you can go back and play the 150 fucking hours of that game.
Yes, you
this
can.
Fucking DLC. Oh, man. We just turned this into the Witcher podcast, but we're actually here to talk about the Assassin's Creed. Animal Crossing New Horizons / Assassin's Creed crossover. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Animal Crossing cross Assassin's Creed. Oh, man.
Maybe I want to see that now. There was a fucking direct announced and presented about Animal Crossing New Horizons this week, and it was set into 3 stages: things that we had already known, like a recap, new things, and then frequently asked questions, which the third part was really, really rushed through.
It was actually at the end there. I mean, we can get to the giant elephant in the room, which is the save stuff. What the fuck? Yeah. What the fuck need to know? Like, I mean, it's not going to stop me from buying or playing the game, but it's definitely like you have this entire cloud save infrastructure. Why aren't you using it? Like,
you don't use it for Splatoon 2. You don't use it for fucking Animal Crossing.
I mean, it's the most Nintendo thing ever because of how they do networking and the whole thing. Like, any online service with Nintendo is just kind of like a giant WTF sometimes.
Yes, and this is certainly one of them. But yeah, we will get to that. Why don't we talk about things that stood out to us from the direct?
I mean, the fact that when it comes down to it, this is actually a crafting game now.
Yeah.
Like, the 2 things was crafting and terrain deformation. I was just like, oh my god, I'm going to spend so many hours in this game, and this is going to be so bad for me.
Feels a little bit like Sim City. There's no city to manage, but like...
No, I mean, we at System Era we're like, it's a game about crafting and terrain deformation. We make a game about crafting and terrain deformation.
Oh, man.
Funny.
Maybe they've been playing Astroneer.
Exactly, not really, but...
What they're doing. That's kind of funny.
But it's still, I'm like, holy cow. They're really they're going there. And yeah, like you said, it's kind of has like a little bit more of the SimCity vibe where you can more place down where people's houses are going to be or tents at the beginning. God, for the longest time there, I was like, do you have a house? Do you have a tent? Like, I was like, through the door, I was like, show me the fucking house. Come on. Tom Nook, give me money so I can pay you, Tom Nook.
85,000 bell loan.
Yeah, please. And then they showed that you can do the house, and I'm like, yes, thank you. But I mean, yeah, you can manage much more control over like the different people on your island. This time, place them in specific spots. Mm-hmm. Which is crazy. I don't know. The crafting thing just kind of blew my mind, though. I was just like, okay, I'm not just collecting things. I'm collecting things to make other things. and to make like the perfect house or now the perfect island town.
It's like they've really honed in on the I don't want to say time waster, but like they're really engaging. Like, okay, I just need a few more of these to make that thing, and now I made that thing. I need 3 of those things to make the next tier of thing.
Yeah. The museum looks incredible.
The museum is fucking badass. Like those huge skeletons you can wander through. Like it's not just like looking at like I think on New Leaf like you wander through the museum and you like click on the bug or whatever and you see like a picture of the bug, right? But this is like 3D space. It seemed a lot more.
And all the fish are in like a giant aquarium thing, and the big dinosaur skeletons, and like honestly, everything they've shown, I'm just like, okay, like with most games in Nintendo franchises that have shown up on the Switch, it's just the things that you previously liked, just way bigger and blown out to crazy proportions. And I'm okay if Nintendo keeps doing this. Like
they basically like gave Animal Crossing fans everything they mostly wished for.
Mostly wanted. I mean, you get that. You get to choose your island when you start.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm confused because they showed the 4, but it sounded like there was going to be more.
I would assume so. That was my takeaway, is that here are 4 that we're getting started with.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's all terrain, you can deform it terrain-wise. They can use the same tools to make a ton of starting islands.
Yeah.
And shapes and... It was 20 minutes of just, like, incredible charm and cool things. Like, again, I don't completely understand why I'm so engaged with this game in New Leaf at the time, but there is something very charming and engaging about the games, of just being, like, in the world, exploring, always something new to find, the way that the clock is actually tied to the real world, makes you schedule, like, playing the game at certain times so you can collect certain things. Like, oh, I want to play it at 10 o'clock at night, so I know it's nighttime in my town, so I can collect these insects or catch these fish or do all these specific tasks then.
Right.
And now, like, the season's rolling through and special events. I don't know. There's a lot.
Yeah, the thing that I was thinking about, a couple of things, but one was just like why it seems so compelling is for kids specifically, but obviously for anyone who wants to play this game. But specifically as a kid, you don't have access to much. Like you kind of own the design of your room basically, and that's kind of it. And this is like you get to like build this whole town and like create the terrain in any way that you want. Like it's just such a creative sandbox that would just be so fucking fun. And the thing that finally like I clicked for me or I understood or whatever is I like for the first time was watching this from the perspective of my daughter, thinking about like her watching this or watching me play this game and just how in awe she would be and how much she would love like building a house or rearranging things in the house or meeting new characters or fishing or what the museum, all of that stuff. And I was just like, I've never seen a game from that perspective before. Partially because now is really the time that my daughter is sort of getting into like watching games. We have limited screen time, but I was alone with my daughter this weekend, so we needed a little bit of screen time.
Yeah.
And we played some Switch games, and she really liked Breath of the Wild. She didn't like the fighting part. We didn't do any of that, but she just pointed at a place, like when you were talking with your son, just pointed at a place, said, go there, Daddy, go there. And she just loved seeing the things. And it's like, take that idea of exploration and even the cooking. She liked me cooking things and watching Link dance and whatever else as the things were being made, and take away all the combat or whatever, and just that's kind of what this game is. There's exploration, not as much obviously, and then you're just kind of, I don't know, just tranquil, peaceful, lots of cool things to see and do. And it's just like the world is so big in this game that it's my daughter is going to fucking love it, and it makes me think, oh shit, am I actually buying this game?
And then we can visit each other's islands.
I know. Through the airport, right?
Yep, through the airport. I can invite you to my island.
Yeah.
Which actually is a pretty good way about doing it. So you can't just open your island up. You have to just invite people, to say like, hey, come to my island now.
And I like that if it's friends, they can't cut things down or destroy things.
Yeah.
Only if they're best friends. Like, okay, that solves the problem that I thought about last time, where like you just wreak havoc on someone's island.
Yeah, they've thought that through. Again, Nintendo with their weird using the Switch Online app. Again, it's the weird Nintendo.
And whatever else.
Well, one, I'm like, why do you need... I understand they want some voice chat going on, or the ability to, but it's probably one of the lowest things on my list of needed features. Mm-hmm. This isn't a game where I sit around wanting to talk to other people. Like, I guess if you're working on an island together, you want to talk, but a lot of times it's just wandering around, even if you're together on the same island, just collecting your own things and doing your own stuff. So,
right, you don't need that constant communication like in Splatoon.
What is on there? Yeah, you had your passport. Oh, it had the QR code stuff where you could import, export, which was a thing in New Leaf had that as well, because you use the DS camera.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
So you could scan in QR codes directly on the DS, but the Switch doesn't have a camera like that. So, I guess that's why they need this app, so you can scan it with your phone and then upload it into your game.
Right.
But yeah, chatting, do your friends list, Nook Link.
Yeah, the phone app.
Yeah.
the miles thing too. Is that run through the app where you're like doing different quests to get miles or whatever? I just like that you can fucking dig your own paths. It looks really cool. Yeah. Kind of fixes the thing that I guess you jerry-rigged in the past where you just threw patterns or whatever on the ground to make it look like a path, where this now you're actually really making a path.
Yeah, you can actually do a lot more. They've given the features in this game, for the most part, what people have been asking for mini games. Yeah. Like, they've done it. I don't know. I'm impressed. I'm waiting how many weeks do we have now? 20th?
20th, so less than a month. 4 weeks, probably.
3 weeks. No, 4, 6, 7. 3 weeks from...
A little bit less than 4, yeah?
Yeah, 3 weeks from this next Friday. So.
Yeah, exactly. No, just the customization and be able to, like, make a house, decorate the outside of the house, put flowers in the ground, water the plants, interact with a few neighbors, put furniture everywhere else. Like, that whole thing will occupy my daughter forever. Yeah. She's gonna love it. She's gonna fucking love it. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna buy this game. Yeah. This is like the Trojan horse to get me into this game.
Yeah, now I have to actually wonder, I'm gonna get this game, because you can only have one island on the Switch, so it's my island, goddammit. I am the dictator of this island. And my family's still very much into Stardew Valley right now, which is great, but I'm like...
So you're never going to be able to play this game then?
That's the big problem. I'm like, shit. When's the conflict going to start, and when am I going to get my own Switch Lite for myself?
Yeah. Yep. Well, I got that new coral color coming out, so...
I'm just like, crap.
Yeah.
Whenever I have the Switch with me at work on my commute, and my kids are like, where's the Switch? Oh.
No, you mean Dad has it. Wife says, where's the Switch?
Yeah. Oh, it's going to happen.
Dude, I predict it's going to happen. That breaking point is going to be... Let me look at my calendar here. Gonna guess April 5th. When y'all are on a plane. And she's gonna want to play it, and you're gonna want to play it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
See? I'm calling it, folks. I'm calling it a day. They'll either have one before then, or they will realize we cannot live like this any longer.
Oh, no. I hadn't thought about, like, trip and flying. Oh, this is bad.
Because that's usually you would be using it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Oh.
At least the Switch Mini or Switch Lites are only $200. It's kind of a nice price.
I know. It is a much better price.
I wonder if we'll see some sort of bundle for Easter. Oh, that's after you're coming down, right?
Yeah. And probably not. I don't think they'll do any new bundles probably until the holiday.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet the Switch, the Animal Crossing Switch, is probably already sold out like crazy.
I want those. I don't care about the Switch. I want the fucking Joy-Con.
I think you can just get the Joy-Cons.
Really?
Not in the U.S.
Oh fuck! I was going to Amazon right now.
In Japan, they're selling the Joy-Cons separately.
Okay, well, I need to go to Japan then. I'm not go to Japan, but
you can import them. It's like I saw an article that showed like how you could import all the different pieces of the Animal Crossing thing, because they're selling each piece separately in Japan.
Oh, fuckers. Sell them here, you cowards.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
assume they'll show up here at some point.
Yeah.
Is there any exclusive Japan Joy-Cons?
I think
colors?
There are. I don't know what they are, but Per Schneider of IGN collects seriously every single Joy-Con, including the ones that are specific to Japan only. And I don't know which ones those are, but there are ones that do exist that are Japan only.
Of course there are.
I don't know if it's like purple or some color. I don't know.
There we go. Let's see. Gray, neon. There's a bunch of colors. Doesn't say which ones are from where, though. That's too bad. Yeah, it doesn't say.
Right. I don't know if there's any Europe special ones, too. Joy-Con import. I'm researching right now. Standalone Joy-Cons. Let's see here. Oh, there's just like that, just that mint green and that light blue. Oh.
Yeah.
Joy-Con set. And then, there you go. Yeah, the Joy-Con set and then the dock.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you can get it right from Nintendo Japan. Oh, you fuckers. I haven't gone up for pre-order yet on the Nintendo side, at least. But they are... Oh, man, those are sexy as fuck.
They're right there.
Yep. I'm definitely going to get those.
Oh. Then you can have... Do you have any other Joy-Cons?
I just have a pair of gray and a pair of blue.
Okay, yeah, you have 2 pairs, though.
Yes, I do. So then this will be 3. I haven't really been intrigued by any other ones.
Yeah.
But these ones, these are sexy. People, go look them up. They're sexy.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else that really stood out to me from the Direct.
Just the amount of like interior design options is just mind-boggling.
Oh yeah, there was that. The actual like decorating your house now, and interior was so much nicer. Like
it seems like user-friendly now.
So much more user-friendly to actually like put wallpaper down and floors and how it cuts to side angles and you can move the camera cleanly around while you're doing it. Oh my god. So yeah, people will be able to make all sorts of crazy houses and interior designs. It just seems like minus the save thing, the like best version of Animal Crossing that they've probably ever made.
Right. It just sucks that you can't transfer your save file to a new Switch. Like, if you buy a new Switch, you can't transfer it over.
No, you can do it one time, right? That's how it works.
I read that you couldn't do it at all.
This game does not support... This does not currently... No, to another.
You will not be able to transfer to another Switch.
No, here it is. However, a function specific to Animal Crossing New Horizons to move users and save data to another console is planned for later this year.
Right, and people in between who get screwed.
Well, sorry.
Well, you're just not going to sell new Switches to those people.
Yeah,
if you start playing on your Switch, like you're not going to be able to switch to a new Switch.
It's true. I just start again.
Well, yeah, you would, you crazy animal.
Yeah, pretty much. Because, I mean, it would happen soon enough. I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that. Like, what is the issue? Because I don't even know from a tech standpoint, like, what are they doing that is causing them to have so much problems with it? I'm sure it has something to do with, like, security and, like...
Save scumming or something fucking Animal Crossing? Like, is there, like, a competitive
I doubt it's
save
scumming. I bet there's something to do with the potential that they might sell in-app purchase stuff later.
Oh.
And there's probably some weird security stuff around that they're trying to plan for.
Sense. Right.
We'll find out. Like, with the way that, like, Pokemon is doing they're doing their DLC, and not doing new games, this DLC they've been doing with Fire Emblem, I feel like Nintendo is pushing farther and farther into that service-based game.
Oh, yeah.
And Animal Crossing is probably the game to do it. Right. Honestly. And by the end of the year, I expect we'll see that they've introduced the ability to just straight up, like, buy new content packs into the game. Like, premium decorations and stuff.
That would make sense.
And I bet there's something to do with save transfers and that stuff.
Right.
That's just my guess. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're just Nintendo Japan being weird with network features again.
Right.
But I want to believe that there's a reason for it, or there's a reason why it's not just using the normal Switch Online cloud saving.
I feel like I've gone down that route with Nintendo, especially in this generation, where it's like there must be a reason why that's happening, and then it's just not.
Yeah,
just them being fucking weird.
Whatever, this dev team just didn't decide to use it, and Nintendo doesn't enforce their teams to use their features. I don't know.
Right. That sounds plausible to me.
It does. Yeah, I'm excited. Have you seen all the Doom memes?
Doom? Like Doom?
Yeah.
No.
It's because the next Doom game is coming out the same day.
Oh, that's right.
And the two fandoms have basically like joined together to make like Isabella cross Doom memes.
Oh my god.
And they're so good. Yeah, they are so good. There's like a...
oh my god, I'm looking at some of them right now.
See if I can find it. Doom, Twitter, Animal Crossing.
Dude, just one article from GameSpot here, showing a bunch. Oh my god, Doom guy in fucking Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
He found a spine.
This is a thing. No Clip posted back in like December 31st. What 2020 games are you? What 2020 game would you like a doc on? And the official Doom account responded with Animal Crossing.
That's so cool.
And there's a couple other things that they've like that. The official, what's that? When Nintendo on February 18th announced this Direct happening, the official Doom account responded with, "Will Isabelle be there?" Responded to the tweet.
That's awesome. Oh man, that's so cool.
They are completely just enjoying sharing the same day with Animal Crossing.
I mean, that's kind of a cool way to... I don't know if you're marketing that to the right people, but it's kind of a cool way to keep it in their mind, at least.
Yeah. It's really funny. And so the fandoms have just been like... Especially like Reddit has both like the Animal Crossing subreddit and the Doom subreddit have been like posting memes back and forth to each other.
Oh yeah, here's the Doom one. Will Isabelle be there?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so cool.
So much fun. So yeah.
Are you day one on this one?
On Animal Crossing? Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's very important. Like, so I think it's preload now, so I'll digitally get it here in the next week or two. Have it ready. It will unlock Thursday night, Friday morning. So I'll be ready to go at Friday at work with everyone else there who has Animal Crossing. And we will probably get no work done that day. And we will just sit around and playing Animal Crossing.
Just letting you know, bosses, this is...
and some of the bossoms are probably going to be part of this, so...
It makes it a little easier.
This is important business.
Yeah, we're scoping out the terraforming competition.
This is competition. This is research. Right?
I mean, it's a tax write-off for you, right? Researching.
Theoretically, yes, any game can be a tax write-off. But it doesn't really matter. We don't think
Are we no longer itemizing anymore?
I don't need to. My wife does all of our taxes, and after the tax law change, she went through all our itemized stuff, and we weren't high enough.
Yeah.
Like the standard deduction was still better than what itemized was for us now. So, So we're like, no, all right then. But yeah, before that, I was totally itemized deducting all the games I bought.
Absolutely. Yep.
I make games. Why not? It is weirdly actual research. So.
And fun.
Yeah. A CPA told us to do it anyway. So they're like, yes.
Totally legit.
Yeah. It's not me trying to just do stupid shit with taxes. It was mostly someone told me that yes, you can.
Right.
Who officially does taxes. So I will take them on their word. So yeah, get a job in video games and write off your video game purchases. Seems pretty good, right?
I guess I teach, so can I write off my PhD?
Why not?
I think there's probably like some sort of upper limit.
Yeah.
In terms of how much you can write off. Anyway, what other games have you been playing this week?
I've been beating my head against Wolcen a lot.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Started another character, playing through, hit second act boss, still fucking dying.
So you rolled another character to get through that boss, and it's.
I thought so. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go like super high range damage. And I'm having a blast with it. I consistently can get the act 2 boss down to about a quarter life, and then I die.
Oh, damn.
Because I just cannot kill the ads fast enough. They just start piling up on me. And they pile up on me and they block me from getting out of, like, damage zones. So, I don't know. I want past it. God damn it, I want past. I want to get to the next act.
Is there any sort of, like, guide online that you can, pull some information from?
I have, and that's gotten me better about knowing, okay, this is how I dodge everything, and I'm pretty good about dodging most things now. Mm-hmm. It's just that final part when things just, my build just cannot kill things fast enough at that point. So, I'm like, do I just need to gear up a bit and focus on, switch kind of my skills for this boss, then just focus on, like, having a few skills that can do high damage in AoE, and just keep ads at bay for the most part.
Is there similar mechanisms to, like, go somewhere else and level up and come back?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
Like, you don't have to. The great thing is in this game is the waypoint teleport to the boss is like the room before the boss. So,
that's nice.
So trying it is trivial to just be like, all right, I'm gonna go try it again. Right. And then you can just go back and you can play. You can do different parts of the Act 2 map and just level up and gear up. Attempt to, at least. But yeah, no, is that mostly what I've been playing? Yeah, because the Switch has been taken by my family, so I can't play Pokemon right now. So yeah, it was Wolcen on the computer has been most of my playtime, which was like another 10 hours, so
yeah,
not insignificant. And everyone's been sick this weekend, so, that has hampered actually playtime, because I'm the one who's not sick, so I'm keeping everyone else happy and taken care of, so it cuts into my own downtime. But
right, helping them stay hydrated and all that shit.
Hydrated, get food, make sure everyone's cozy in their little nests on wherever they're resting.
Right.
And then while that's going on, I usually don't play games. I just kind of sit around and watch things at that point. Things that are very easy to pause and go away. So yeah, no, that's been most of what I played. I do actually really enjoy Wolcen, though. It is buggy in a couple annoying ways, not crash bugs, just some weird gameplay bugs. Not even soft lock gameplays, just like, that's an annoying bug. Okay, move on.
It's definitely on my list, obviously because of what you said, but also Diablo-ish stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait until there's some bug fixes, though.
Yeah, and it should. The online works perfectly now. Like, I have no issues with the online. Mm-hmm. So, that's also, I started a new character on the online. So, that all works. It's lighter in some ways than, like, it's way lighter than Path of Exile. Of course. But it's lighter than Diablo in some ways, but the combat is not, because it requires so much more, at least on the bosses, at least, a lot of active dodging and pattern recognition.
Right.
Unlike where Diablo, where a lot of times you'll just face punch things till they're dead. So, I don't know. It has its own little things going for it. I'm curious how they'll update it and fix it and what the game will look like in 6 months. But yeah, that's what I've been playing
it feels like
mostly.
For me, like a fall sale thing for me to take
I think
a look
it'd be a good one. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
For me, Switch. That's it. And that was all yesterday. Probably played for about 40 minutes. My daughter wanted to play Yoshi, Crafted World, so we played a teeny bit of that. And she was like, no, I want to play the Yoshi race car game, which is what she calls Mario Kart.
Okay.
So we played as Yoshi and played a couple levels, and she just loved the level. So we played like the, I forget what it's called, but it's in one of the cups. But it's the, you're going through the pipes underground with piranha plants. I forget what it's called, but towards the finish line, you hit a ramp and you fly. I forget what it's called. But she loved it. She just wanted to see it over and over and over and over and over again. And then I tried to show her Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. And, dude, I took my Switch somewhere. And I said to myself, well, if I lose my Switch, I don't want to lose my whole library. So I'm going to take out all the games except for 3 or 4 and put them away in a safe place. And when I come home, I'll put them back in. And I did not do that. And they are in a safe place somewhere in my house, and I cannot find them.
Oh my god, dude.
Mario Odyssey and like 12 other games are somewhere in my house. I don't know where they are. So I couldn't show her Mario Odyssey, so I'm like, okay, I'll show you Breath of the Wild. And I went down into a shrine. She wanted to go to the blue thing. So I flew over there, went down, it was a trial of strength. And she was like, no, I don't want to see this. So exited out and started again and just went to different towers and looked all around the landscape, and she just pointed where to go. She wanted to go to the birdie, Rivali's divine beast, basically. But every time there was like a combat encounter, she wanted me to leave. So just went and crawled up on trees and tried to avoid enemies, and she just loved being able to point places. It must just be so crazy to like see this whole world on this little screen.
Oh yeah, I mean,
so
that was
just
my son really enjoyed that game as well. Just from that, he didn't want to do combat, and even when he was playing it, he didn't really want to do combat. He just wanted to fly around and explore.
Right.
It was really interesting. It's crazy. It showed to me. It just shows I'm like, that game is amazing. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah. And just when I played it, it shows the last time you played, and it was 2 years. I haven't played in 2 years.
Oh man.
Yeah, I really haven't. And I was just like captured again by that game. I was like, I need to finish the DLC on this. I took it to, my wife has been gone for 3 or 4 days since she came back today, so I was able to go to the tea shop by myself, and I brought my Switch. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play, and I just ended up doing critiques for other people's stories and reading. I didn't turn it on. It's like, I need to play soon because it felt right.
Yeah.
Made me think. I hope that sequel's coming this year. I don't know if it really is, but
I don't know. I mean, I want it to be. I think I predicted it would be.
You did.
I hope for that it's there, and just for my general, like, I want to play this game. I want more Breath of the Wild. And I really wonder what it will be. Like, I've seen rumors that maybe it's like an underworld of Hyrule. So, like, there is the normal Hyrule map that we know, but then it adds an entire, like, underworld to it.
Oh, dang. That's pretty cool.
And I'm like, that could be really neat. And gives people that, and there's all sorts of new quests and stuff, but they don't have to completely remake the entire map. They're just adding a new chunk to the map.
It's almost like the fourth house of Fire Emblem, just down.
Kind of. And yeah, but and people always complain there wasn't enough dungeons for Breath of the Wild. Like, that was a complaint leveled at it. And they're like, fine, you want a dungeon? Here's a dungeon. The entire underworld.
Right.
Go. But I don't know. Maybe not.
That doesn't feel like a full sequel, though.
Maybe not. I mean, if in that way,
part of it, maybe. Part
of that, it's the underworld and a ton of stuff there, but then all new above world stuff as well. Like,
okay.
Like, it's like, it might be the same map, but what time frame are they in for the sequel? Is this, I assume it's post Breath of the Wild?
That's what I would like to see, is like, almost like a, what was it, Burning Crusade? Or, no, it was Cataclysm, right? For a while. Just
where they've slightly redone like, it's recognizable, but different.
Yes. Right. That would be fun, I think.
And I think I could see them doing more of that stuff. Like, it's not a completely new map, but enough changed and new to make it exciting to explore again. And now a new story, and maybe you can play as Zelda.
Oh my god, that would be great. Please make that happen. Seems like it should.
And if I just keep going here, maybe it can be a co-op game. Someone can play as Link and someone can play as Zelda.
That would be sweet.
Just do it. Let's just go, Nintendo. Let's do this. Let's just make the ultimate new Zelda game.
What they will do is you'll be able to play as a female character, and it will be Linkle.
Yes, there you go.
Link and Linkle.
Because they've decided that you never get to play as Zelda.
Right. No, it just seems like
which I could see them actually having that. There being something about that property wise, where there's something in like the lore Bible that says, hey, any game ever made here, we do not want you playing as Zelda. Like,
yeah,
you can play any other female character, just not that one. But that's not true. Hyrule Warriors let you play as Zelda. You can play as
yeah, exactly. There's your co-op Zelda Link.
There it is.
Throw in some Impa.
There you go. Man, I'm all excited for that. God damn it.
Hey, it's good to be excited about games that are never coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
At least you're going to get Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy VII.
That's true. Animal Crossing is now the start of this whole thing. Animal Crossing hits March 20th. And then FF7 is April 10th. When is that? Yeah, April 10th. And then...
So you get 2 weeks to play.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Oh.
Because, oh my god. I don't know if we talked about this before. Did they put up the entire opening?
Oh, yeah. I saw that on... Fuck, where did I see that? I saw that they did that. I didn't watch it.
It looks so good. Like, let's just bar any game changes or anything. Let's just say they just put this out as just a movie. That beginning. It looks so good. Mm-hmm. Like, this is better than their CGI Final Fantasy, the Advent Children movie. Like,
right.
Oh my god, it looks good. And then it's just the opening of Final Fantasy VII. Just very, very pretty. All the, like, right musical beats where you're just like, oh my god, this is taking me back to high school right now. First time I ever played this. So, yep, get to play that. And then, I believe, Persona 5 The Royal is, when is that one in the US? I think that's, like, the end of... No, I don't... Persona 5 The Royal is not October 31st. That was in Japan. See, it's trying to be helpful. Persona 5 The Royal... No, Persona 5 Scramble is on February 20th. Wait, did that happen?
That's the Muso...
Wait, is that Japan? That's probably Japan. That's the Muso one. And I didn't hear anything about it, so that must have been Japan. Yeah, Japan release date.
US yet, no.
Boo.
Sorry. Alright, I'm hitting the place your order. I have officially pre-ordered the physical copy of Animal Crossing.
Oh, man. You're doing physical.
I am. Sometimes if I'm paying the same price, I want to have it physical.
That's true.
So, yeah. The ones that I have digital have been all on sale, or that I use those tickets. So they ended up being $40 each. Which I see, when I went looking for that fucking Joy-Con, I saw that Japan Nintendo Store still sells those coupons, but then the US one does not. Cool.
There you go.
So I guess I'll be there day one.
Day one, and we can invite each other to islands.
You'll basically see the island that has no coherence because it'll be my daughter's.
That's hilarious.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Anything else before we wrap up for tonight?
No, I think I'm good.
Awesome. Well, everyone, thanks for listening to another episode of Prof and Dev Play Games. We will be back next week talking about the normal Nintendo Direct that's coming out. I'll just make a guess. No, there's fucking Sony. Something Sony. There'll be something Sony this week. That's my guess.
There should be something, right? Something?
That's my guess.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to happen, but I want to make some sort of guess. All right, my friends. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
All right. Later, everyone.